Hello, I am Ashleigh Fish, a watercolour artist and surface pattern designer, and today I am going to show you how to add a background to patterns you have made using Pattern Preview, and also how to export your files. The Pattern Preview tutorial that I filmed, I will pop a link to it below so that you can catch that if you haven't seen it before, because this is sort of a lead on from that. So let's begin. I am going to do a very quick pattern preview tutorial, but my one that I have linked below will have a lot more information in it. So what we are going to do is select all of the motifs that you want to be in your pattern, head up to Window, scroll down to find pattern options, and it pulls up this here. Press the hamburger menu or three stripes and click make pattern. And then it says it's going to add to the swatches panel, so you press OK and it just means it's saved over here. We can zoom out and we can see a live view of the pattern, which is one thing that I really love about using Pattern Preview. And then you can just sort of drag and rotate your motifs around until you have a pattern that you are happy with. Now, I'm not going to spend too long in here. I cover this quite a lot more in my other tutorial that I've done, but there are lots of different options down here with different grid types that you can do. You can change the width and height of your patterns. You can name your pattern, all sorts of different things. So I'm just going to quickly get a pattern made and saved so we've got something to work with. There we go, and I'm going to press done. The pattern has saved over here and I'm going to pull it out. I can also press M for marquee and make a view of the pattern here, and as you can see the pattern is clear. I'll press marquee and I'll pop in a coloured box and send that to the back, and you can see it has a transparent background, which isn't necessarily what we want. So I have been asked how to add a coloured background and how to export the files. So there are two different ways that I would add a coloured background. The main way that I would do it is I would click the pattern. This is the swatch that's dragged out. I can do it again here. Click and drag it out. So this is the swatch here, and this inner box is the repeating tile, and the outer box just shows where the edge of the motifs are. So I'm going to click this one and highlight it, and then I'm going to hold Command and click C and then B, which will paste exactly the same thing in behind, and you'll notice that this has no fill and no stroke. And I'm just going to click out, and then I'm going to come in and click again once, and then double click to grab this box here, which is hopefully the front box, and I will pick a colour for it, maybe this colour here, and then double click out. Now if I select all of this and drag it across, it should make a nice pattern. There we go, perfect. I'm going to highlight this and it shows up blue, and head into my layers panel, and I'll show you how to troubleshoot an issue that sometimes occurs. So we can see here that this group has the blue selection here, which is the same as this. So we're going to open it up and scroll to the bottom, and you can see we have the empty box here and the coloured one on top. If it's accidentally this way around, I'll show you what happens. We'll select this, drag it in, and then when we head over to this and test our pattern, you get these lines. So this is easily fixed. Just select all of it, come into your layers panel, and I'll pop it back to how it would be. Come into your layers panel, you'll find the blue dot here to see what you've selected. Click the drop down arrow, scroll to the bottom of this section, make sure the blue is still selected here, and just click and drag so that the coloured box is on top of the clear box. So that is how you can add a background colour to your pattern. Now if I want to save the tiling square that I would then upload to a POD site like Spoonflower or send to a client, what I'm going to do is turn this exact box here into an artboard. So I'm going to double click it, make sure it's selected, and then going to head over to artboards here and then click, and it has turned that into an artboard that exact size. I'm going to then click the arrow key to come back, and then I just want to double click until I have selected this background layer and press S for scale and just drag it to be a little bit bigger. Having the background colour a little bit bigger than the artboard means you won't get the white line, but you don't want to move the motifs. So the motifs need to stay exactly the same. It's just the background that you want to make bigger. Then when we save this, that is the tiling square to upload. I'll also show you another way that you can do a background. Bring this out here and double click this back one, and you can, I have a shortcut to do this, but you can do the artboard the same way. My shortcut is Control C, bead paste behind 9 to turn it into an artboard. I'll double click out. Now this is the artboard here. I'm going to then press M for a marquee, and I'm going to put a box here and give it a colour. Oh, maybe this same colour, and then I'm going to send it to the back. So Shift Command left bracket to send it to the back. And now this is much the same as this one here, just a different way to do it without having to make sure that the layers are all in the right order. So if I head to the artboard panel here, we can see what these artboards are. We've got number 2 and number 3, and then we can go to save them. So I'll head up to File, I'll go to Export, Export As, and I'm just going to save this as a tutorial. You can choose how you want to save it. I would say a PNG or JPEG. JPEG is how I normally save it. Click Use Artboards. That will make sure that it saves the tiling square, and we don't want all of them because we don't need this empty one here. So I'm just going to press 2 to 3 and click Export. We'll then bring up this panel here, and you can choose the settings you want. So for example, for spoonflower, you would want RGB. You'd want to make sure that it is 150, and this is the main thing here, is you want to make sure that it is art optimized, not type optimized. So art optimized, click OK. We can see them here. We have the 2 that I have made, and they are ready to upload and do what you want with. That is the pattern. I hope that was helpful. You can head below and see the links to my pattern preview tutorial, all of my artist resources, and if you have any questions, I would love for you to add them in the comments.